So my name is Hannah, Hannah. I'm from Neptune City, New Jersey. It's a really small town in Monmouth County. I go to Quinnipiac University. I'm 18 years old and I'm a freshman. So Zack was my best friend in the entire world. He was just that person that I was always with, and people always talk about having that person that you always go to and you always hang out with and tell everything to, and for me Zack was that person. Zack and I didn't grow up in the same area at all. I actually met him my freshman year of high school because I went to high school like 25 minutes away from me. So in our high school's community, he was just that friendly kid who would literally say hi to every single person. Never had any problems with anybody. He was a really big part of the theater in our school, and he was just so people did not like him. He wasn't disliked. He made friends with everyone. So our junior year of high school, sometime in April, Zack got admitted into Sloan Kettering Hospital up in New York, and he was diagnosed with leukemia. It was weird because he was sick. He had Hodgkin's lymphoma when he was, I think, in the 7th or 8th grade. That's what he had told me. And because of the treatment they used on that, it caused him to develop this type of leukemia. And it was just it was hard. He didn't go to school for 3 or 4 days, and him and I always went out to dinner on Thursdays. And it was Wednesday, so I called him and I was like, hey, how are you? What are you doing? Do you still want to get dinner on Thursday? And he was like, oh, I was just going to call you, I have something to tell you. And he told me. That sucked a lot. But, I was on the phone with him and I was like, you're going to be fine. There was no, doubt in my mind that he was going to be okay. So unfortunately, June 15th, Zack ended up passing away from the leukemia. It just wasn't easy. It was after my math final that I found out. I went into the hallway of my school, and there was 3 girls crying, and I was like, okay, what? And they were like, Hannah, you got to go down and talk to Joe. And Joe is mine and Zack's teacher. So went down to Joe's room, and he sorry. He didn't really say it, but I kind of knew at that point that obviously something really bad had happened. He just kind of gave me a hug and was like, you have a guardian angel now. And that was the last day of my junior year of high school. I didn't even cry. I honestly, I didn't know what to do. I was still kind of, in shock, kind of just in disbelief, no, it's not true. Because that was on Monday, and the previous Friday, I got a text from his stepmom saying that, he had come home, because he wasn't doing well, so they, wanted to take him home. And I got to see him. And I sat with him for hours. And it was just nice. It was good to have him home. And, just in those 3 days he was gone. But I'm so thankful for the friendship that I had with him, because people, probably go their whole lives and, never having that relationship with somebody. And I'm thankful every day that I got to have that relationship with him. So I think over the summer I tried really, really hard to just not believe it was true. There would be times though where something stupid would happen, or I'd see something stupid and I'd go to text him, and then I realized that I couldn't. So that was just weird. So it's definitely, I guess it's made me like a more emotional person in a way. Not really, probably, I guess. I'm still kind of sarcastic. But I don't know. One thing that just aggravated me so much was, people would, see that I was upset and like knew what had happened, and they'd be like, everything happens for a reason. And I hate that. I cannot. What do you mean everything happens for a reason? Like, you just don't. People don't die for a reason, I'm still very close with Zack's family. I'm actually going there over Thanksgiving break to have dinner with them. But over the summer and throughout the school year, I'd go over all the time and have dinner with them and just hang out with them. He has an older sister and then 3 younger stepbrothers. So I'd babysit like his stepbrothers and stuff, or I would just go over literally to hang out with his stepmom and his dad. They're still like a second family to me. In January, I got a tattoo, and it's 2 hands that make a pinky promise, and there's a little Z in the middle of it for Zack. It's just kind of cool how, people, they come up to you and they're like, oh, what's your tattoo about? What's your tattoo mean? Stuff like that. And then I get to talk about him. I get to tell people what an amazing person he was. And that's just, I love that, because I would never want, him just to be gone completely. I want people to know about him. People need to, know what an amazing person he was and how much he meant to me. You just got to keep them alive, for them, for you, for their families. I literally try and talk about him as much as I can. He was too much of an impact on my life for him just to be, gone completely, so.